audio there. I got full volume. All right, here we go. Thanks, everybody, for being here. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
I don't like Taco Bell. Taco Bell will make you take a poop. Yeah, if you eat Taco Bell, it'll make you take a poop.
Stop smiling at me!
The morning stream. If you don't want the silver, you gotta take the lead.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is the morning stream for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian Ibbett.
Hello.
Good morning. So you guys can
Kenny
see.
Loggins to my Michael McDonald,
Nice.
or vice versa. I don't know who's who in this scenario.
Oh, you got to see that thing I want to see. I still haven't seen it.
I'll talk about it tomorrow, but
Yeah.
you still can. You can see it. I'm not preventing you from seeing
I
it.
might see it just so then when you talk, I have more thoughts because
Yeah.
it seems like a no-brainer to watch that thing.
It's great. It is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though, Max is getting rid of Sesame Street, at least they still have good documentaries.
At least they still have good documentaries.
Documentary. It's nice to see you all. It's a Wednesday, or Tuesday, rather. I don't know what day it is. Tuesday is what it is. And I have to go to the dentist again tomorrow. Now, before all of you jump all over this, back in 2012, I had a procedure done, and it was this 50-50 deal where the dentist said, my 20-year dentist, Jeremy Matthews, Dr. Jeremy Matthews, going to him forever, trust him, love him, he's great. Everything he's ever done for me has been awesome, solid, no issues. But he said in 2012, now we can either go full root canal on this thing because it is low and then build up on top of that, or because you seem to be prone to root canals going haywire, and I've had one of those do that before, I think I can make this work without going that deep, but it's going to be nice and low. What that means is you won't have as big a little post or a stock to build a crown around. So he warned me then. He says if we do that, it will
could
just
fall out again.
It's just more prone to falling out. You've got other crowns that'll never fall out, but this one, okay, you're going to have a higher percentage. How do you feel? And I said, well, I'd rather have that because I don't want to do another root canal. It was a nightmare for me. So he said, you know what? I agree. We're just going to have to watch it. We can be careful with it and all of that. So that was 2012. He tells me this. I get the thing. Here we are. What are we, 12 years later?
12 years
2012,
right? Yeah, 12 years later.
So
12 years later, yes.
Yeah, so 12 years later, I'm now on my 8th time it has fallen out.
Having this thing put back in.
Yeah. And then the other day, it only fell out just because I was doing water pick is all. Nothing big. It was just like and it went blink, fell out, almost went down the sink. I had to grab it real quick and catch it in my hand. So I got to go in there tomorrow morning and have him redo it. So now I'm presented with this thing. So we know this is an issue. He knows, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody's complaining. Like when it doesn't break, you just we do a re-cement. He doesn't charge me. It's fine. If I have to do a new one, it's like another $800 or something.
Sure.
I'd really like not to do that. But I'm at a crossroads where I'm like, all right, do I want to spend the rest of my life wondering when that thing's going to pop out again?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a constantly resetting ticking time bomb. Let me ask you this. Obviously a root canal is worse than any one of these times you've had it replaced.
Well, and that's where I can't even do it now. The root canal's off the table.
Oh, so it's off the table.
I have two options basically. I can keep crowning this, or I can three, I guess. Keep crowning it, fully extract it and just not have a tooth there, or fully extract it and then put an implant in there. Very expensive. I'm leaning toward, if I'm picking one, I'm leaning toward extraction and just not have a tooth there.
Just not have a tooth there. Yeah. See, I got no tooth right there.
Yeah. And this one's my rearest.
Spot.
Mine's my rearest, and who cares back there, right?
Yeah.
Like no one sees that tooth. No one's going to be looking at that thing. Yeah. So I'm this close to just saying, Dr. Matthews, please just dig it out. Take it out. Take it out.
Take the tooth. Take the tooth.
Take it out. Yeah. Take it out and eat it. The funny thing too is it's almost like right now you'd think, oh, Scott, how sensitive is your tooth because you lost a crown? Not at all. It's like the nerves have receded after 8 years of re-cementing and all this. Like I just don't feel anything there. Part of me is like, just keep it like this and not worry about it and just keep it clean. But I don't think that's a good idea. You can get an abscess or something. But then if that happens, extract it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I don't give a shit, Brian.
Well, Scott, you're in luck because you know a guy who does 3D printing, and
Sweet.
even though maybe he doesn't quite get the colors to come out at the right places, and accidentally puts a layer of gold on top of the layer of blue on the top of this thing, and then doesn't get the red on in time to do the letters, which you can kind of barely see there.
Yeah.
I can still do a tooth for you.
Sure.
A 3D printed tooth, whatever you need, just jam it in there.
Can I get an orange one, like a bright orange kind of color? Something like that?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
I've got silk filaments. I've got rainbow filaments. I've got glow-in-the-dark filaments.
Rainbow? That'd be great. I'd be a great ally to my gay friends if I got a rainbow.
You would be, exactly. You'll be able to say, "Oh no, look, I am an ally. Look."
Yeah.
Pull your tooth
I can say, "Oh man, this is." I'll screw up and revert to my '80s self and go, "Oh, this is gay. This is so gay." And then a gay friend, will go, "Oh," and I'll say, "Hey, look at this though," and I'll show them the tooth.
Right. Perfect. Yeah. See,
right.
there you go. You've got this well thought out right there.
All right. Sucks though. I hate it. It's a pain in my
I would
ass.
say pull the tooth, and I think that is as much of a pain in the butt as that is, it's probably the right move.
Plus, I have no vanity about this. You and I are, at a stage in our lives where do we really care if one of these goes away? Like, I can still chew. I got all the rest. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, who cares? I think I'm getting rid of it. I think that's what I'm doing.
Who cares?
I might. You know what I might do? This might be the last, just to get a little more mileage out of the $800 I spent on this particular crown. The last time they had to rebuild it. Maybe one more cement, and then I'll just say to him, I'll say, all right, next time this falls off, which we know is inevitable, it could be a couple of years, it could be months, we don't know. When that happens, you can just take it out. And he'll probably say, yeah, that's probably the best thing. And we'll all move on.
Probably.
Now, his brother who works there would sure like me to spend another $3,000 on an implant.
Of course he would.
Because he's big on the implants. He's always asking me, you want him? Yeah, we can do implants. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm not. You know what? The Substance is a great example. This movie was last night of doing your own dental work. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the deal. Brian, we got a call. You were talking about Etsy having a limit on time, how long you could have a thing up or something. What was the deal? I can't remember how we said it.
What was the deal? It was
you could only keep.
Oh, how long I can have from the time somebody purchases from the time somebody purchases something that I sell to the time I have to ship it is a limited time. I've got things I think to the max to give me time to airbrush. I've got a Marvel snap frame right now that I'm working on that I'm gonna have to airbrush today and do the manual painting and stuff like that. So
okay,
it's but you've got kind of a limit.
So either you have something in stock, or if it's buy to or order to,
if it's made to customize, then you've got 6 or 7 or 5 or 6 days.
Well, this person wrote in to sort of go deeper on that, so I'm going to play it.
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
Hey, you guys were talking about Epi sales and how you can only do 6 days. Standard is like 6 days. You change it to custom. You push it out to like 2+ weeks. So that might help you, Brian.
Oh, I didn't know that. You can.
So I can do custom and do 2+ weeks. Wow.
That's like old school, man. Old school
That's
time.
not bad. I wonder. Yeah, and you know what that gives me. Here's the problem, Scott. Right now, I'm able to get it done in 6 days and get it out the door and all that stuff.
Right.
If I do 2+ weeks, I'm gonna wait until 4 days before the 2+ weeks is over before I have to ship, and that's when I'm gonna do the airbrush. Let's be honest. I actually did figure out like. I wonder if I can show it real quick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give
me 1 second.
Yep.
I'll grab something.
Let him run over there and grab it. He can probably hear us the whole time. He's got those awesome headphones. While Brian grabs that, can you imagine the first? We're not that far from this. The crowns you get now are 3D printed in a way. They're milled. But there's a future where, a lot of your dental work you could do it at home. I only make eyes, that kind of stuff. You just make your own teeth.
I only make teeth. All right, so here is an example of one of the frames. This is an unpainted frame. This is one for that I did for Inara to use as an example. But it's got your power and your energy up top, and then either a logo down at the bottom, or on some of these for less, I do just a username box.
For those
That
at home,
looks like
these
one.
are Marvel Snap frames.
Based on
Like-
Marvel Snap,
yeah.
yeah. Based on the frames on the cards in the game Marvel Snap.
Right.
And
Very cool. I have one
and
of
so
these.
what I have to do, yeah, you got a custom one for Frog Pants.
Yeah, love it.
What I have to do is I spray paint the whole thing or prime the whole thing, and then I tape off. Actually, before I tape things off, I paint the frame, airbrush the frame, and a lot of people now want what's called Ultimate. No, it's not called Ultimate. What is it called? It's whatever the Infinite. So Infinite frames,
Oh.
which is this really cool swirling, looks like it's in space, Kirby dots, Doctor Strange purple smoke mixed with bright reflective red and blue and all that stuff. It's really cool when it's in motion because and in the game because it gives off an aura. So half of the color around it is this aura around it and not actually on the frame. The frame is almost reflective, and the frame is reflecting all the colors around it. So the frame itself probably just a really shiny black.
Right.
But I have to make it look like
Right.
it's reflective and all that stuff. So after I airbrush the frame, then I tape off the frame and I airbrush the power and the energy crystals at the top, and then I then I also paint the bottom where the username is.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, this is the first time I'm going to be doing it like this, but I could print the frame itself separately and airbrush it and have no worry about what paint is going where. Just airbrush the whole dang thing the way I need it. And then I've got the individual power and energy and all that stuff.
How far out
And
would you
I've made-
protrude those? Like create like a.
I created a little shelf.
Oh,
or
that's
a little,
great.
Hole. So these will just clip on, but they'll be glued so they don't come off.
Yeah.
But they'll just basically just like snap right onto the frame. I'll need to do a little bit of sanding just to get things the right thickness, but
It's like old Disney animations. They used to do those weird machines to create a sense of depth or parallax scrolling. They would have foreground, background, or whatever, and to the flat image, it looked like it was just, it created that illusion of 3D. But if you
That 3D
pulled it out,
effect,
it was
yeah.
like this long tube or whatever. You're basically creating a mini version of that where you create depth just with a couple of inches or a half inch here and there. That's a really
But now,
cool idea.
There's really no difference at all in the final product. Like basically, this will snap on exactly like this user box on the bottom.
Yeah.
That just snapped right on in exactly the same place that it is on the frames when I have them all printed as one piece.
So do you have to glue that to keep it there?
I'll glue it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll glue it to keep it on. Yep. But at least I can I can take this, paint it, get the lettering right when it's all set, spray it with some polyurethane, and then glue it on there. And if something goes wrong, I don't have to redo the whole frame. I can just redo that piece of it.
Yeah, redo the name if it's
glue
the
a new
name
one
or
on.
something.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at you
Yeah,
going all
so
modular over there.
I'm working smarter, not harder.
Yeah,
Scott is
yeah.
basically what it is.
Yeah. That isn't just so everyone knows the filament will still be hard when you get it, but Brian has improved the method
That's right. Exactly.
as to how to get it on
Yeah.
there. That's great.
I don't know why I didn't think to do this sooner, because it does seem like a no-brainer as I look at this and say, yeah, there's really no reason that those can't be separate pieces. I think it was like, oh, I'm saving so much time by printing all this on one. It's like, oh, no, print them separately and glue them, and nobody will be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, and if you had an order of, I mean, let's just say you're starting to get an order of 5 to 10 of these a week as an example.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
pre-print all those frames and just have them ready to go.
I could, and I might just print a few extra frames, have them ready, so that as soon as the order comes in, I can start airbrushing those while it prints the custom parts, which are the name and the numbers on the gems.
And it doesn't matter how big their name is, right? Because you'll scale that, but still
Scale
fit
it.
on the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. This is a fixed size for the name box. So far, nobody, and I think it's just there's extra price involved because I have to go back and work with the buyer and stuff and creating a logo, but nobody's bought the logo version. Like nobody said, kind of like what you have and what Chuck and Amy have is a customized logo for them.
Yeah.
They've got the Robinsons and
Yeah.
you've got Frog Pants with a game controller, and it's modeled after the kind of things they do on Snap with the character's name.
Right.
And so far, nobody's bought any of those. But that's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, but it's there, and you thought of it, and it's awesome. So people should do it. All right.
Yeah.
Pay up, and get the cooler thing.
Pay up and get the cooler thing.
We also got a call from James the trucker. Always happy to pipe in on trucker issues. We had that brake fire we talked about a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
And he's got the skinny on what actually happened. It turns out it's a little different than we thought. So here it is.
Hey there, Shift and Brake. It's James the trucker heading south on US 69 through Oklahoma. I did take a look at the picture and the story, and that was not a downhill brake fire. That was a mechanical problem. So I looked at the picture, and it looked like he was going uphill. I looked at the map, and he was either going uphill or on flat ground. And with it being a mechanical problem, he probably had an air leak that was causing his e-brake to drag on the trailer, which is what caused that fire. So nitpicky, but just a heads up, that was not a downhill brake. Love the show.
Okay, so in my head, it was like somebody's braking, like you do when you go down from the canyon in one of our towns, and you're like, you got to pump
down
it.
From Snowbird, for example, where you feel like you're keeping your foot on the brake the whole time, or else you go careening off the side of the mountain.
Yeah, and you have to learn, like, this is something they taught me when I was real young. You had to learn to pump at the right times because you would start to smell your brake pads and start to kind of burn from the friction. So that's what I pictured, is somebody just going and just grinding their brakes, but it sounds like it was some whole other thing that was causing. I mean, the brakes were involved, but not in the way you thought. So I like it when one of you guys who knows shit calls in and clears things up. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for that. It's awesome. Good job, James.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, be careful around Oklahoma. Those guys, they don't like people from Texas. I'm not saying he's from Texas. I'm just saying.
Oklahoma.
Okies, they call him, I guess.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, big news, everybody.
Yeah.
Minus one important factor, which is, what is our prize package? We're working on that right now.
Yeah.
But I promise you it'll be worth it. We are launching today, officially. I'll show you the website here. The TMS 30-Second Film Festival. Oh, I should have music for that. Let's play that there. It is happening now. It means you can submit them now, but we got a lot of time. You don't have to have anything to us until the cutoff date, which is the 31st of January. I put all of the rules and the actual entry form up, and it's available now, so we'll be able to take entries just as soon as you would want to submit yours. It is easy to do. All you got to do is go to the website. That website is frogpants.com/filmfest. And all the details are there. Tells you how long it has to be, all the rules. It's stuff like no nudity, no graphic violence. That makes sense. Don't make offensive or defamatory material. And we're not weird. Like, if we get something where we think something's a little questionable, we'll come back to you and say, hey, this may not work. Do you want to do an edit or whatever? We're not going to be butts.
Exactly. And keep in mind, folks, this can have long-lasting repercussions in the Frog Pants world. I'll have remind you that I can definitely see why you like it. Came from one of our 30-second film festivals.
Yep, it was part of that. So you never know what you may immortalize yourselves with whatever you end up doing.
You might, exactly. You might be the next Test the Ship's Phasers.
Yep.
Or the next honk. Ah!
Yeah, you never know. I said on here that let's see, where is it? See, here it is. Film should be original works created by the submitters, use of copyright content, all that stuff down here. Judging criteria: creativity and originality in depicting the creation of a TMS meme, effective storyline with a 30-second time limit, production quality, sound, visuals, editing, adherence to the festival's rules. All of those things, that's it. Those are the criteria. Who the judges are, we're not saying yet. It won't be just me and Brian. We'll have additional judges and votes. And the form's really easy. You just fill out your name, your email, a link to your unlisted YouTube video. There's a little question about who made it. Just me, a team of people, and that's good to note, because if it is, you grouping up with like 3 or 4 of you, totally fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You paste your link in here. You submit it. There's a place for comments if you want to. It's optional. We keep none of this information. It's just for the film festival. And it's up there and ready to go. So go hop in there when you've got your film, obviously. Don't go just post some random thing, because we're not, that's the whole idea, is that this is a unique thing that you made for the film festival. 30 seconds is your limit. If the credits make it go over, that's okay. But the content itself within 30 seconds. And other than that, creativity rules, whatever you want to make. So check it out, frogpants.com/TMS, or sorry, frogpants.com/filmfest, and we'll make sure it's linked on the website and all that other stuff. So
Cool.
watch for it. You have till January 31st. Get on it.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah, that'll be fun. I think that's also how we, not really how we first knew about Bill, but it was one of the first things we ever heard or saw from Bill is his Wolverine waking up in the morning video.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that would have been, let's see, he came to Nerdtacular 2010, but I think he'd been listening to the instance before that. But the first time we really saw him, like, creative chops-wise, was photos at Nerdtacular. He did that booth.
Right.
And then that Wolverine movie, and it was awesome.
Was the movie, so the movie was after he'd come to Nerdtacular?
Yeah, because with the show, we didn't start this show till 2011, but he wasn't doing a...
right. Oh, that's true, yeah.
He wasn't doing a segment yet, for sure. And he blew us away with that thing. He won that year, didn't he?
It was so good. I think so. Yeah.
I think Bill won. He can't compete
now. Sideburns, the mutton chops, the blades that he created. It was so good.
Monica, you might be a judge. We haven't decided. You could be a judge. You never know. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh no, I was gonna say, it looked like he filmed in some shed, near his house in Seattle, in somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Which is perfect, because it looked like, kind of fall Canada.
Could be Canadian, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Canadian wilderness, Weapon X. Yeah.
Watch out for Colonel, not Riker. What's his name? Who's the evil colonel up there?
Oh, Stryker.
Stryker. That's what I meant.
It's Riker with an ST. It's Riker with a street.
Brian Cox.
Amish Overlord asks, what if someone uses AI for the film? Listen, we'll be able to tell, and we'll judge it accordingly.
I'm not even saying you shouldn't. I'm not even saying you shouldn't. If it's a tool you can use and it makes sense for what you're trying to portray, it's not a problem. It's all right.
And if you're not able to do other things, because I don't have any editing talent, or I don't have any filming talent, or a way to film it, or whatever, and AI is your only way to convey your method. I mean, we'll judge it accordingly. It'll be judged along with everything else. So
right, and we'll keep an open mind about that. Like, some of my favorite stuff in AI is the weird videos that you can't predict. I love that shit. It's so weird.
God, it's so damn weird.
So weird. Yeah. There's this trend on TikTok right now of this little dog who's got an apple in his mouth, and I think the whole origin was somebody has this picture of a dog in an apple field. Apples are all over the floor or the grass, and he's got one apple in his mouth. That's the photo. And then they took this photo, and then everybody takes turns making it turn into some video.
Gotcha.
And they're insane. I can't predict them. I don't know where they're going. They always do something that just blows my mind. It's like the one piece of AI that doesn't irritate me. I like that stuff. Or at least.
Well, Scott, enjoy your TikTok while you've got it.
It's gone soon, right?
We'll see. We'll see.
It feels too big. Like, it feels like somebody's going to spend a lot of money and buy it or keep it, or something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you do that in the biggest market. I guess China's the biggest market. Or no, it's banned in China. You can't even. TikTok doesn't even. That's the funny thing. Everybody thinks this is some weird thing of the Chinese government, and maybe it still is. But Chinese people are technically not allowed to look at TikTok.
I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Or there's some age.
They have their own version. Like there's some version of it like that, which is why the symbol looks like it does.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is the Singaporean is based in Singapore. So the TikTok we have is not the version so TikTok has a different version in China, says KT Data. Yeah. What's that called? Kevin, I'd be curious.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. Oh, dude, if Elon Musk bought it, I'd be just like, I'd check out. I don't like a guy that just struts around throwing money at everything. I don't like it.
Douyin, that's right, Douyin, which is why the logo looks like a D.
Oh. Okay. Was it Douyin first and then TikTok was a split out? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, and regardless of the politics around it, I'll go on. I'll live.
My heart will go on.
Yeah.
In some other.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Who cares? Yeah, even if no one else did it, like I've lived most of my life without it. It's a fun distraction, but I'll be all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we look forward to your submissions. Get those coming. Can't wait to see them.
Absolutely.
Gonna be great. Let's do some news. It's time for the news, brought to you by
Want to hear about what it takes to build an MMO from the ground up in a very transparent and fascinating way? Great news then, because Word on the Street, hosted by Scott Johnson and Greg Street, is exactly that. New episode today. Get the details at frogpants.com/street or all the places you can get podcasts.
That's right. We record today at noon, and it's going to be good because they put out their their weird pre-alpha video, and they got a lot of Q&A going on about that. So
oh, cool.
yeah,
Excellent.
It's going to be fun. All right, let's get to this first story here. We got an angry car buyer. This video, speaking of TikTok, went extremely viral on TikTok, and it happened right here in my own backyard. Well, not my backyard, but
nice.
city over. Anyway, angry car buyer demanded refund, drove his vehicle into a Sandy dealership storefront. I grew up in Sandy, so I think I know where this area even is. This dude was pissed and was refused a refund for a vehicle he bought at the Mazda Southtown earlier in the day. This is a mall we used to take. The Southtown's an area, but the Southtown Mall is a place we took our kids all the time when they were little.
So it's a dealership with a drive-through window, you're saying?
It does now. It's got one now. He wanted a refund, so let's see. Early in the day, returned with a vengeance late Monday afternoon and smashed his way into the dealership showroom. Video was obtained by Gephardt Daily. That's that guy I told you about who's like,
oh yeah,
get Gephardt, and he'll go and figure out what's really going on. The local news digger guy. I don't know what that. Every town has a guy like that, or every city, right? Every affiliate has a guy who's.
Totally.
Well, I'm gonna find out what's really going on at the local thing, and that's this guy. Anyway, it shows the moment the car barreled into the building. This is 107th South at the Yacht Mall there. Any locals will know where that is. Kevin will know where this is.
Holy poop. I'm watching this video right now. Yeah.
His words were, "I told you, huh? I warned you, mother effers," he says. And here's the video, chat. He's in the lobby. That's just a photo.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Here we go. So he pulls in. Wham! And
Boom,
that's just
right
one
through.
of the shots. There's another one that's much.
It's shortly after it on that same video.
Oh,
if
is
you
it?
go back
Oh, there
to
it is. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the one I saw on TikTok. And then he gets out.
Holy crap. And then he gets out and starts
I
yelling.
warned you, mother effers.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the biggest sweater you ever saw. I'm going to throw it.
Goes down to my knees.
Rolls up his I mean, look at him. That's a guy who's walking like he knows he's effed now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a look on him that says,
right. It's like, maybe I have a anger management problem. This is not. Maybe this was too big a response.
Whew. They don't actually get in, or maybe they do. Let's see.
Doesn't look like you'd be buying a little Mazda hatchback. Maybe that's why he's returning it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. They don't really get into why he did it. Why he's so pissed about the refund or not getting one, or why it was denied.
Right. Like, what did he? I imagine buyer's remorse or something. He just decided, no, you know what? I decided this isn't the car for me. Sorry, sir. All sales are final.
Well,
Sorry,
here's
nothing we can do.
Here's an
Whatever.
update. Says the affidavit said Murray, this is the guy's name, had returned to the dealership to request money back and to return the vehicle. However, staff advised Murray at the time he bought the vehicle as is and could not return it for an exchange or a refund. Then he left and then just came back. It seems a little extreme. Like,
it does.
I know what as is means when I buy something.
Exactly. You inspect the car, you figure out, and if it's he's claiming it's a lemon. It doesn't really say what specifically is the problem with it, but
Seems like it drove okay.
see, exactly. The brakes don't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it got through that building pretty well.
The shield is a little cloudy. I can't see too well.
Yeah. So he's in big trouble. They're going to charge him with, let's see, they say criminal mischief and like 4 other things. No felonies, but he's in trouble.
There's no way for him to have known if somebody was up there and slightly out of sight. He hit desks and tables and things. Somebody could easily have been behind that desk out of sight.
Yeah, you can hear people in the video going, "Is anyone under it? Is anyone under there?" And they're like, "No, he missed."
Jeez.
So somebody, it was like a reception area, and somebody just happened to not be there.
Yeah.
Like he could have killed somebody. Easy. So.
Well, I'm going to guess he's probably not getting the car. He probably won't have to get that car back.
Nope.
He probably's not going to get his money, but my guess is that car will not be returned to him.
No. It'll probably be impounded.
Yeah.
He probably will not have any. There's no insurance company in
We'll
the
have
world.
access to it for, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. Good behavior.
Yeah, if he's lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, I would almost. They probably have. I don't know if they've done it, but I would probably charge him with like. What do you call it? Not manslaughter, because you have to actually have killed someone, but
right. It's the what is the
like attempted, but
vehicular or not attempted. It's where you don't reckless endangerment or something.
There,
or,
probably that or something like
yeah.
that. 'Cause, I think you go all the way. Just give this guy like
throw the Mazda at him.
Yeah,
throw the whole book at him.
The weirdest part for me is he gets out of the car, yells his big statement.
Little diatribe, yep.
Takes his stupid sweater off, throws it on top of the car, starts to leave, comes back, gets a sweater, and then leaves.
I wonder if he was really leaving or if it was just like he's just kind of stomping around waiting for somebody to approach him so that he can beat him up. I'm guessing he wasn't about to leave as much as he was going to stay there and fight anyone who wasn't going to give him his money back.
Yeah, I think
because
right.
he even says call the cops. Like he's going to wait there for the cops, but if it gets like a
he's the kind of guy that would smash a TV because his DVR got something wrong.
Because it's blinking 12. Why does it keep blinking 12?
Yeah, you don't want to be around those people.
That's right. It didn't record.
And why did he think that this wouldn't be like? Of course, people are going to film it. We've all got high def cameras in our pocket. Like, of course,
exactly.
Someone's going to see this thing in the parking lot, whip out their phone, which is what happened 2 different angles. Like he's screwed. He's done.
Yeah, he's totally screwed.
Well, I'm glad he got his sweater back. All right, let's move on to this story.
The cat totally lifted its head and looked at me like, "Do I need to move? Are you good? Do I need to get out of here?"
Oh, because you're a little spin out there. You were doing.
This is my impersonation of the dude's little stompy diatribe.
I love it. Cats are like, "Oh shit, is there something I need to know about?"
She's a big, heavy cat, though. She realizes that it'd be a lot more effort to get up and move.
Well, I see you're moving down the corner there. Have you made any progress on your new perch you're going to make for her?
Oh, I don't have to make it. The perch is right there. It's elsewhere here in the basement. So it's less about making it and more about clearing the top of this off, clearing enough in the inside to move it several few feet.
That all sounds like so much work.
It does. It does not sound fun, but I don't know. The idea of having the cat on screen right next to me right here, I think it'd be kind of cool.
I had all kinds of plans this month to do Christmas crap behind me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the gumption. I couldn't do it.
We're just not putting up a tree. We've decided it's whatever, a week till Christmas. No tree up yet. Yeah, we're not gonna have a tree this year. This will be the first year.
No tree for the first time ever.
For the first time ever, and actually, since Tina and I've been married for sure, and I don't know if we had a tree, if we did tree stuff when we were dating and living together and stuff.
Yeah.
But this will be the first time no tree.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
I found a photo of you this month. You want to see this photo of you? Look at this.
Let's see.
There it is. Right
that's about right.
There it is, you guys.
About right.
See, the thing is, I know that you're not Scroogey about it. It's just,
right.
I get it. Like, it's all happening so
Bri
fast. Do you have a favorite?
Bri Humbug.
Do you have a favorite adaptation of Scrooge? Just curious. Or like the Christmas Carol.
One.
Muppet one, same. Yeah, I like that
Muppet
one. I like that one. I like the George C. Scott. I like the one man Patrick Stewart one.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one.
And I kind of like the animated Jim Carrey one. It's okay.
I guess the Michael Caine one is the Muppet one.
Yeah, Caine's the Muppet one, I think.
Yeah.
There's one from when we were kids. Was it Jason Robards? No, who was it? Just freaked me the F out. It had this weird clanging music in between commercials.
Oh God, really?
It was haunting. I didn't like it.
And I will be the lone voice on this show that defends Scrooged because of the actors and actresses in that. Carol Kane and is it Tom Waits? Is he? No, who's
the New York Dolls guy,
Buster Poindexter. Yeah. And Bill Murray, of course, and
High Point, Buster Poindexter. Everything else everyone's phoning it in, especially Bill Murray. Oh man.
You know what? Maybe I need to see again because it really has been 15 years, I think, since I've seen Scrooge.
And look, you may watch it and go, "No, this is great. Scott's up a tree."
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to be the in the minority on this
Happy
one.
to be up a tree.
Yeah. If I'm in the minority, it's 100% fine. But I
can't
watch it. I try. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't like it. Anyway.
See if it's streaming anywhere. Maybe it may be a non-issue if it's not streaming anywhere.
Is this the one? This might be the one. Oh, Alistair Sim. This is the one. Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but when we were kids, this was on a lot. Mm-hmm. This old ass one here. And it freaked me out.
Sim.
I did not like this one.
VCI Vault Classics.
This thing gave me the willies. It's not good for me to watch that.
Leonard Maltin. Let me look at those staring eyes of the ghost behind him.
I know. Is that Marley?
Yeah.
That's Marley, I think.
Yeah, probably. Looks like Prime Video, by the way, is where I can watch. On Paramount Plus.
Oh, wow.
Where I can watch Scrooge right now. I might watch it. No, I was going to say I'll watch it this afternoon, but I have 198 songs covers that came out this year that I need to pare down to 40 before Thursday.
It's a lot.
It is. I got to listen to them all, Scott.
Yeah, we don't have free time.
I don't have free time.
You know what we've done? We've created
What is even free time?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't define it. I don't have it. I don't know what it is. You know, Chris, we've got a tree. Thank goodness Kim put it up like a month ago. If I was in charge, I don't think I'd have a tree up.
Yeah.
I think
want the perfect present for me for this year for Christmas? An extra day where I'm not like, insert an extra day in the calendar where I could do whatever I want, catch up with things, relax, play some Marvel Rivals. Haven't played Marvel Rivals in over a week.
Yeah, I haven't had any video game time this week. That's the other thing. And it's a new WoW patch day. I got to play that. I don't have time for this, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to find a way.
You have to play one turn in Codenames. You basically have to click two squares in Codenames.
You know what I need to do is get it on my... They sync, right? If I have it on my phone? Okay.
Yes.
I need to just get it here because this is always with me, and then I have no excuse. But right now it's on my iPad, and I just keep forgetting to check its notifications. It's right there.
I keep forgetting to check my notifications. Okay. Things will never be the same again.
I assume that was featured in the thing you're going to recommend tomorrow.
Of course it was. Absolutely. Like
nice.
Interviews with freaking Michael McDonald. And, I'll talk about it more tomorrow. But I'm done giving Michael McDonald shit. The dude is... the dude... I can't argue with the greatness of the song What a Fool Believes.
It's a great song, yeah.
It is the best yacht rock song, and it even might be in the top 25 best songs of all time.
Oh my,
that's high praise. Like
high
me
praise.
saying that's yeah.
I need to watch it.
You need to watch it.
Yeah, we get some Christopher Cross in there, I assume.
Yes, Christopher Cross. Who does not look. Did you ever see Christopher Cross?
Yeah, a long time ago, but
Okay, so you know what he looks like?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what the dude looked like. I pictured Boz Scaggs.
Oh,
and
nothing like that. Yeah.
No, Christopher Cross looks like a WWE looking dude.
Like a retired wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That's perfect. He looks like a retired wrestler. And when he was younger, he looked like in his prime wrestler. He's always looked like a wrestler, but then he gets up on stage and says, "Sailing," like he just turns into a flower up there. So weird.
He does. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The British,
like Toto, he has been sailing.
That's
like
true.
Toto, never been to Africa.
Those Toto guys, they don't know what they're doing.
Toto guys. Lots of Toto talk because their fingers are all over different yacht rock songs that aren't even Toto songs.
They put Chicago in that grouping?
No.
Okay, I wondered about that because
there's let's see, what is the website? It's Yahtzee or Nazi.
Yahtzee or Nazi.
I think that's what. Yacht or Yacht, I guess is it. I guess saying something is Nazi probably isn't so good.
I like yours better though. I would go to Yahtzee or Nazi. I like that.
Yeah, here you go. The Yacht or Not website. I'll just give it to you right here in our Discord.
Please do.
This is how things get scaled on the 100-point scale of whether it's a yacht rock song or not.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doobie Brothers at 100 with What a Fool Believes.
What a Fool Believes is is the bar, basically.
All the usual people here: Kenny Loggins, your usual suspects, Toto, Kenny Loggins again,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's "Human Nature." Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that fits. Yeah, it does fit.
Across the ocean.
Yeah, that song is actually a great pick. I just never thought of it before. Let's see. Steely Dan doesn't show up until these are all incremental point values, but
Right. Yeah. Steely Dan shows up. They're 93. FM is their most yacht rocky song, and it's at 93.75 out of 100.
sometimes they get jammed into the category, I think, a little unfairly.
Well, you'll hear about that in this film.
Oh,
one
good.
One of my favorite bits of the Yacht Rock documentary. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay, I'm into it. Trying to see who's at the bottom of this list. Let's see.
That's a good question.
Goes forever. Here we go.
It really does. Yeah.
Oh, Eagles, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Three
Eagles,
Dog
Peaceful,
Night.
Easy Feeling. Not Yacht Rocky.
Oak Ridge Boys. What? I like how it's color coded. It's all red down here, and then as you scroll up, it gets greener.
I'm kind of surprised. Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett scoring. I would agree that it's not Yacht Rock, but boy, to have it at 2.75 out of 100 Yacht Rock level is surprising.
This site's great.
But you were asking about who's the band you were asking about?
Yeah. Who did I ask about?
Somebody.
Oh,
remember who he asked about?
Yeah, I asked if they were considered yacht rock, and
exactly. Yes.
Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago. The highest they get is 60.5 for their song "Sunny Thing Twice."
Oh, really?
But hard to say I'm sorry. Hard for me to say I'm sorry.
That's not considered yacht.
Just the shark right so far behind him, he has jumped it, cleared it, and bought the T-shirt. Is 32.75. Saturday in the Park 22.25. Baby, what a big surprise, 11.75. So
all right.
Chicago, like on the list, but the highest is a 60.5.
Should be good or not is the website for that song, and that's not great. Although,
right.
When we were all teenagers, we were all slow dancing to it. We thought, this was a great way for Sally Sue to get a little bit of the old hug and tug. That's not right.
Wow.
Took that too far. I didn't mean that at all.
Sure.
Anyway, that's cool. Also, for those at home, that's yacht or not, and not is spelled like yacht.
Yacht.
Yeah.
Yacht or yacht and yacht. Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty great.
Way better than Yahtzee or Nazi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is my new dice game or German dictatorship game.
That's how you know the difference. Is this Yahtzee? Well, how many dice did you roll? It's a Nazi.
Right. Exactly. They do have a link to the Spotify certified Yacht Rock playlist, which is like all the top songs.
Certified by who? Who does that?
These guys probably, like certified by
the bands or the
website. This website grading system.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a Yacht or Not podcast. Most recent episode. Oh, December 17th, episode 68.
I haven't faded. It's pretty good. Unlike Yacht Rock itself. As far as new stuff, because there aren't like new stuff, nobody's making new yacht rock songs, right? Like that's
there's a guy named Thundercat who just did a new song. It's in this documentary. Did a song with Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald. Talk about, but his one of his genres is yacht rock. It's like funk yacht rock, and I've not listened to anything. I've been meaning to listen to it since the documentary and check out Thundercat, but.
I kind of want to go.
He's
listen.
Creating new yacht rock style music.
I think today I may do a little playlisty list.
Let me know how it is.
Yeah, I like this stuff. British pubs, they're worried. They're worried they're going to run out of Guinness. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, climate change. No, I don't know. It's not climate change. At the sheep.
I'd be worried too. I'd run out of Guinness.
I mean, look, if you're a place that sells a lot of Guinness, you don't want to run out. At the Sheephaven Bay pub in London, tucked just behind Camden High Street. That's such a British sounding thing. Guinness accounts for more than 50% of draft beer sales. Owner Pat Logue told CNN that this year he's already sold double the amount of Guinness that he did 2 years ago.
Wow.
The Irish stout, known for its distinctive warm brown color. Warm brown.
Warm brown color.
That was my favorite Yacht Rock song, Warm Brown Color. Creamy foam head and unique method of being poured. A proper pint of Guinness takes 119.5 seconds to pour. Is that true?
Yeah. That's true, because you can't just dump it into a glass. You have to tip the glass and then turn the glass. And if you have those special Guinness glasses that have little scalloped sides on the like two little scallops on the inside, you pour between those, almost like shoulder blades, to keep it from developing too much of a foamy head and also letting the bubbles rise.
Gotcha.
It's a really beautiful thing when you watch a glass of Guinness being poured.
I like when there's a bunch of culture behind a specific thing like that. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
I might have to go get some bottles of Guinness. Wonder if the bar I'm going to tonight has Guinness.
I mean, they're running out apparently, so grab them while you can get them. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, trivia night. Is
Trivia
it
night.
another one of the big weird end of year things, or is it just a normal?
Just a normal trivia night, but it's at the place where cheating runs rampant.
Oh
No,
yeah.
I think we might have turned a corner with that, because they were not there 2 weeks ago. So I think
Somebody said something maybe.
somebody might have said something. It wasn't me.
It wasn't Brian. No.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it. He's not a narc. Are you kidding? They're
Right.
gonna rat on somebody. But also, it'd be great if they were.
I don't want stitches. Is really what it is.
Yeah, snitches get stitches. That's exactly
Too
right.
pretty for stitches.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you can't get the beer over there. It's like super popular right now. Never been more popular. It's it's the most popular beer in all of Europe. So they're having shortages, and some of the pubs can't get them. So
It's it's the 7,600 pubs in Ireland that are using up all the Guinness. So
no kidding, dude. That was a crazy thing to learn yesterday.
none left over for anybody else. Or sorry, 7,193. 7193.
That might have been the craziest thing I had heard.
Yeah, that is a fun stat to share with people at the Christmas table.
Yeah.
As hey, take a guess at how many pubs do you think there are in Ireland?
Yeah.
Whatever number you're about to guess is low.
Yeah, I really like that. So we all learned something yesterday. Today we're going to learn about a song Brian's got prepared for our mid-show break here before we bring Bill in. So Brian, let's play that song and tell us all about it.
Yeah, this is a band called the Holy Knives. Oh, this is good. This is a song called Click, Click, Click. I'm trying to see if it's coming from an album. It's coming from an EP called I Don't Want to Win. This is good. Reminds me a little bit of the Black Keys. Let's see. Produced by Jamie Hintz from The Kills.
Oh.
They're going to have an EP release show in Los Angeles on January 23rd. So if you like this song and you're in the area, go to Gold Diggers on January 23rd and go to the record release party, the EP release party. Cody and Kyle Valentine, otherwise known as the Holy Knives, here's their single, Killer.
Hello, I'm Frank Ormond. And if you're watching me, that means you've got pretzel fever. And not the kind that attacked my intestinal lining some years back. So let's get your franchise up and running.
Hey man, that's wrong.
And we return. Tell me about that song again.
Sure. That is the Holy Knives and a brand new single from their EP, I Don't Want to Win, called Killer.
Whoa. That's hardcore.
It's killer. It's a killer song, Scott. It's a killer song.
It's freaking hardcore, man.
Hardcore.
That's what we do here.
Hardcore.
All we do is hardcore. Hardcore porn.
Hardcore songs. Ain't in the metal.
There it is. All right. Guess this guest.
There's still something wrong, isn't there, Bill?
Yeah, it's Bill Duran joining us. He does this a couple times a month because that guy is a prolific creator of all kinds of cool things. We were just discussing, Bill, how you won our first film festival back in like 2011 or so. Do you remember that Wolverine video and all that stuff?
I do. It's still it's not on my main YouTube channel. I have a Bill Duran YouTube channel. I think it's over there. It's online if people want to watch it.
Oh yeah, you guys should check it out.
Cool.
Our first winner. We're launching another one, and we think fondly of your efforts. You kind of creamed everybody that year, if I remember.
Yeah, basically, you set the bar high for that year's win.
Yeah.
Am I eligible for the new one?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're eligible, but we might Hall of Fame or honorable mention
fair.
you. But
that sounds fair.
I would absolutely take a submission from you, though. I'd love to see what you do.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
And a reminder to the listeners, it's at frogpants.com/filmfest, and you can submit up to January 31st is your cutoff date. Bill, it's good to have you here. Punish Props, of course, your domain, and you always bring us something cool in the world of making stuff. What do you got going right now?
I'm still working on my bender project. It's going to take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's still rolling along. But I've got a little obsession. I have a piece of tech that I'm kind of obsessed about, and I've been using it in a lot of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
When you were in middle school,
sure,
the teacher had something to present to the class. Was there a specific piece of tech they would use to like?
Well, we call that an overhead projector, right?
Overhead projector with transparencies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got one.
Oh my gosh, dude! Please tell me it was like a used school one or something. You got it.
Yes. Yes. So
awesome.
I got it a while back. It's been sitting in my shop, and I recently found a use for it. But I was wandering around a Goodwill, and I got a screen, like a rollout screen for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this overhead projector, but it was different. It's portable. The whole thing folds up into like a brief-sized container. So like it collapses to be smaller. The arm with the mirror on it folds into it. It's so cool. It has so many features too. This was the highest tech. Although I will say they still make these things, and for some reason they cost hundreds of dollars. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh!
Like brand new ones.
It's probably to screw. It's probably to gouge the schools because they all have to buy them or something.
It could be. And I also learned. I've been talking a lot about this in my videos, and I got a lot of feedback. Apparently, these are still the standard in Germany. Germany, they still use an overhead projector. Yes.
Now, when I was in college, we had something that was similar to that, but I think it was the Artograph projectors, which you didn't have to have something transparent on them, right? So you would set this thing down in a dark room, project it on the wall, but anything that you put underneath it, it would then project on the wall. So you could take one of your smaller drawings and then blow it up really big, and it wouldn't have to be on a piece of transparent film.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have to.
It was called an Artograph.
So you didn't have to I guess that didn't require backlight.
Right. Exactly.
No,
yes. And I don't even know how that even worked. Because.
So my neighbor had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get those as well. Basically, it's something you put on top of a piece of artwork. It's got a light bulb in it that shines on the artwork, and then mirror reflects it through a lens up on the wall. I remember using that one as a kid. And again, you can still get those too. They sell them. They're like $50 on Amazon if you want to get something like that.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I kind of want one.
The overhead projector that I have has actually been really useful. Oh, by the way, if you're curious, it's the brand name is Elmo. They're still around.
Yes.
They make
Elmo is the brand.
Yeah.
Elmo. We had an Elmo at the newspaper software company that I worked for, because we had, oh my God, I'd totally forgotten about this. So we had a thing that you plugged into the serial port on your computer. We had a Mac portable, which was anything but portable, but this thing was massive. And it had video out, and it would go into the side of this thing, which was an LCD clear, like LCD on a transparent screen.
Yeah, my high school had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you just set it on top of Elmo and project it onto the wall. That's how we did how we did video before.
Wow, these are so expensive. This one right here, which is essentially the Artograph you're talking about,
Yeah.
1,200, or 1,299 bucks for that
Wow.
thing. And they're a lot more like they've got interactive displays, so they're obviously moderned up some. But
I mean, the ones now are more high tech that they're actually shooting video, 4K video, and projecting 4K video, as opposed to the ones when Bill and I were using them as kids, where it's mirrors, it's light and mirrors projecting on a wall.
Yeah, old school.
So my particular model is the Elmo HP-285S. If you want to look that one up, they're on eBay. If you want to check them out, they're really cool. So I've been using it for displaying graphics in my videos. Like using After Effects? No. Motion graphics?
Forget it.
I'm using my overhead projector.
It's a little transparent film.
Yeah, and I can. So when I was in middle school, my dad was a teacher at that school, and I would ride in with him in the morning. And I'd have time in the morning, and the only thing in his classroom worth playing with was the overhead projector. So with sheets of transparency, I was able to make little animations, like overlay things over one another and then hand move them to puppet them, basically.
Yep.
So that's always an option. I'm gonna have to film some sort of stop motion that way at some point. I think
dude, that's
awesome.
a great idea. I would love. I support that very high. If you know what, you should talk about little rig characters and stuff. I could maybe help you with
totally.
that. Cool.
This is the direction I'm going though, and people are like leaning into AI art and everything, or motion graphics, or I'm like, no, I want to go back. Every graphic in my video, I want to be filmed.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong that there's kind of a trend back toward it because people want
nostalgia there.
Yeah, it's like vinyl and stuff. People get into the old way. This right here that I'm showing, this is basically the school paper in my high school that I was the staff cartoonist for. We would make an entire newspaper on one of these. Like
Did you have the roly glue stuff?
Oh
like that puts the
it barely
wax.
worked.
I guess it's hot wax on the back of all the different parts that you then have to arrange and paste up.
Yep, did the whole thing. Back then we would print from, back at the time it was a Mac SE or something, and it would, all the desktop publishing, would print the words, and then we would literally be cutting out strip sentences and paragraphs and stuff and then pasting those with that wax, and that was a great time, dude. That was so much freaking fun.
It's probably very similar to the younger people in our audience listening to us describe pasting up things manually on a light table, or using a projector to make something larger that we can then trace and or take our art and blow it up. It's probably a lot like what we thought as kids about people who used blocks of lead to put letters on pieces of paper.
Yeah.
The Gutenberg press.
I think you're right. I think that this is, but it's just such a very specific thing of a childhood of a certain generation or two. And there's just there's no stopping me from loving this. I just absolutely love it.
It's great.
That's great.
So great.
I hated school too, but I liked this stuff. I thought this stuff was great, but I hated the school I was in. Anyway.
So mine, I haven't used it for this yet, but I can use mine to enlarge patterns and enlarge stuff in general, which does also make it genuinely useful for costume making.
Sure.
But I do have to say that when I bought mine, part of it was broken. Part of the transforming mechanism was broken, so I used 3D printing to fix it.
Nice.
Made a brand new part that was perfect for it. I got a video up on our YouTube channel about it if folks are interested. So yeah, now it transforms just like it did when it was brand new. It always feels good to use my 3D printers for something like that, something mechanical that works.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
That's the other cool thing is now we live in a time where you can go old school, but you can augment new school with printing and other stuff. And I freaking love that combination. So much fun.
Yeah, I'll have to. I have like several old LCD monitors just sitting around. I bet if I cracked one of them open, I could lay it on top of that thing and get that
get
display
transparent,
back.
like light from. Yeah, no kidding. You might be able to.
I just have to find a PC that has Windows NT on it to really complete the look.
Just don't put Millennium Edition on there because ME was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
The worst.
It looks like you're trying to rip apart a monitor.
Yeah.
Can I help you with that?
Can I do that? No, Clippy, go home. Well, this is great. I want to see more of this. Are there videos of you doing anything with this thing yet, or what are you doing?
Just the one of me fixing it. The video we're filming right now it is featured, so you'll see that in a week or two.
Nice.
Or later this week.
Nice. Can't wait to see it. Bill, I didn't expect today's topic, but I actually really like it. I'm in the mood for this kind of thing.
Before you go and before you share a video for us, if you scroll up in this Discord, you'll actually see some 3D stuff that I'm working on here.
Look at that. Oh, you got to follow my friend Chris. He makes signs. He goes by Route 9 Signs. He's done
Does he do like the neon signs. Tubing, like the
faux LED neon lights? Yeah, he does all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I definitely
I'll send you a link.
Please do. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is one where I'm like, because I don't have an AMS printer, right, with multiple spools.
Right, yeah.
So I'm doing this as like layers and saying, okay, I'm going to print blue up until here, and then I'm going to print orange up until here, and then I'm going to print white, et cetera, et cetera. So that is my close-up of like getting these layers in here.
That's really clever.
But if you don't stop, if you're not sitting there watching the thing, then you'll end up with like a bunch of white. Like,
can you set up a I use Prusa Slicer. I can set up a color swap.
A G code pause, not with any Cubics current beta. And I'm so bummed I switched to the beta. I wonder if I could roll back, but it's the most frustrating part because I have to manually watch, and it doesn't even tell you, like, I know what layer I need to switch at, but their app doesn't even say what layer it's currently printing. So I can't say, I need to wait one more layer and then I'll pause it. Nope, no good.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm impressed. I can't wait to see it all printed. I really love the idea of design. I've done a few things like that where I've designed it to print in different, because I don't have an AMS color selector either, so I have to either do it manually or paint it.
Yeah.
or paint it. Yeah. Which I had one filled print that I'll send you a photo of just so you can see it. But the next one today hopefully goes better.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Bill, speaking of bonus content, anything you want to leave with us?
Yeah. I shared the link to my Wolverine video if there folks want to see that.
Yeah.
But also, one of our favorite channels, Nerdforge, they do a lot of bookbinding. I haven't done that before. I'm going to have to give it a try at some point.
Oh, cool.
So they made the Stormlight Archive books only gigantic. And they are the full book. They had all the text printed and everything. They're insane.
Oh, that's so cool.
Leather bound, embossed. They're so good.
I love this woman's hair. It's just so cool.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this thing she's holding. Holy shit!
She's like both main characters of Arcane.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's half and half. She's Jinx and the other one.
And Vi. Yeah.
Vi, that's it. This reminds me of that place I went into. This is what that book place I described looked like. Just crazy cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Show. This is amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these Gen Z young millennials doing cool shit.
Yeah, so full of energy.
Yep. Taking care of the old stuff because we're too lazy to do it now. That's great. Bill, as always,
for that, doing that.
Yeah, right. As always, it's a pleasure. punishprops.com. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
You bet. That's the plan.
And let's get back together in the new year. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Meet in Vegas in a couple months?
Yes.
Hell yeah,
See you
dude.
there.
Bill's coming to TMS Vegas and
You know it.
I'm excited. All right, man. Take it easy. We'll see you soon. There you go. Oh, look at them coloring this. They're making like the whole leather part.
It's really cool.
Yeah, dude.
By the way, just gotta say, with Bill's knowledge, I think you guys might be screwed for Taskville. I'm just saying, like, if there's somebody out there who really knows how to think outside the box,
we're screwed
for Taskville. It's Bill Duran, man.
Look at this part of this video where they get to actually unveil this.
They give it to the creator,
to Brandon
the
Sanderson.
author,
yeah,
right?
Brandon Sanderson gets it.
That's so cool.
I saw him on the freeway 3 days ago. I forgot to mention it on the show. Guy lives just like up the road. Does not live very far at all. Lives in a massive mansion up there, but super nice guy. From everything I've heard, the nicest guy ever. I've just only ever seen him that one time driving. All right.
Cool.
You know what you need to make here? This is from that tested video. We need to figure out a way to make these like your own personal, dirtied up, grummy looking Vegas sign.
I mean, what I'm building right now is not too far from that. It'd be cool to do a Vegas Vicky.
Oh yeah, dude, and have lights and all that and patterns.
Yeah, little LED lights in there. Wouldn't be that hard.
I would love that. Make a little diorama somewhere.
Have her leg kicking like a little motor, so her leg is always kicking.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Have like Frank Sinatra music coming out of a tiny speaker or something. That's a big project. All right, that is it for us today. Reminder, noon today, Greg and I and crew over there at Fantastic Pixel Castle. doing an episode all around their new MMO. We got a lot to talk about, and it's going to be fun. So come live if you can at frogpants.tv, or you can check the podcast out later. Everything for the show you can find at frogpants.com/TMS. Everything should be on for a regular show tomorrow. There's a little bit of in the air about this dental appointment and when they're going to get me in. If something changes, if either we're late or we have to cancel or whatever, we'll let you know with as much advance time notice as possible. But I just won't know until they get back to me today. So I'll let you guys know. Cool. That's it. Brian, let's get out of here. You got a song to play?
I do. A guy named Francois wrote in, and you might recognize him from old ELR days. He says, "Hello, Bugs and Speedy. I'm Francois, French guy from Canada, and I've been listening to the show for many years, then fell out of podcasting in general for a while, then recently got back to TMS, which I started to listen to while putting my newborn to sleep. Now, just to help me catch up, I have a few questions."
Okay.
I'll let you answer these, Scott.
All right.
One, when is Obsidian coming back?
Oh, he is not coming back, but that doesn't mean that he's not doing great. He's busy teaching at the university there in Columbia, but he's also doing tons of commission art. He's on fire. You should follow him on social media and stuff. His art is amazing. But he just doesn't, he's not in the podcasting world anymore. So maybe one day I get him back for a quick chat or something. I don't know, but
sure.
He's busy doing stuff. We talk all the time. He's doing great. Definitely worth seeking him out because his art has blown up. He's doing real good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Question number 2. Why is Dunaway only playing games?
Because why is he only playing games? Yeah. I mean, I get it, Monday and Wednesday and all that, but
I think he's trying to figure out why this is an ELR that he's listening to.
Yeah, you're actually wondering why this isn't Extra Life Radio. Is that your?
I'll go right to question number 3. Who is this other Brian fellow who keeps playing sweet songs? So he knows to begin the email with a B and S intro, and to love the show though at the end. Spoiler: he gives us a love the show though, but he doesn't know who I am. Well, fine, Francois.
I think he's taking the piss. I
think he is taking the piss. I don't know what the French phrase, the French equivalent or the Montreal equivalent is of. Which is still French, of taking the piss, but
he's taking the poutine is what he's done.
He's taking the poutine. He's taking the Timbits out of us. He says, anyhow, you guys are doing great, and I love the show, though. Okay.
Yeah, he knows.
To keep up with this new trend, I'd like to request a song for absolutely no reason. To make a long story short, there was a Grey's Anatomy cheap French copy that ran for 2 seasons here in Quebec. The only good thing that came out of that show was 2 great cover albums from Ariana Moffat and Coeur de Pirate. Oh, how do you pronounce that? It looks like it should be pronounced Coeur de Pirate, but I think I got corrected on this when I pronounced it Coeur de Pirate, and it's
Pirate.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some French speaker in the chat room, please correct me.
Sure.
Anyway, it was like Grey's Anatomy, or kind of a little bit of ER as well. And I'm trying to remember the name. It was Trauma. It was called Trauma, and it was a series. And I know nothing about the show itself, but I know that there were 3 really good cover albums that came out of it.
Oh wow.
Anyway, his request is, Brian, have fun and pick any song that you'd like to play. That's it. Francois from Montreal. And he says, but if I had to pick one, it's the cover of You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse. Guess what? That's one that I like so much. I've played it twice on Coverville on 2 separate occasions. So happy to play that one.
Real quick question for Francois. Are you the Francois? Sure. You can answer this in an email or something, but are you the same Francois that used to ride motorcycle hogs down from Canada with Jeff Sire? Is this the guy? Because he had he had a guy that was always coming to everything, and his name was also Francois. I wonder if it's the same dude. Anyway,
I wonder.
I'd be curious if that's his old buddy or not, but anyway.
Okay. Oh, and Manapart says, yep, it's pirate in French and English. So Coeur de Pirate. Coeur de
Pirate.
Coeur. Anyway, here is their cover of You Know I'm No Good from the soundtrack to Trauma Season 5 from 2014, covering Amy Winehouse.
Oh, looks like someone just got their ears caught in the audio cookie jar at frogpants.com.
Click, 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 click.
Jeez.
Wow. Rip from today's show.